All right. Welcome back to the discos of Elysiums.
Yes.
Get that pointer finger ready,
The discoist of Elysium.
because we're gonna party all night long,
Yes.
like it's the year 51. I forget what the first few. Kim, where are you going? Why are you leaving me? All right, we got a door that we can't open yet, apparently, and this one.
And I think we were going to go up to the second floor.
Yep, after we finish with this last door,
Okay.
because there's stuff.
And things.
Moss crawls on those bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Morale and more alcohol.
Oh.
And 42 cents.
So I saw that alcohol is a health and morale boost.
Don't know that it is. It's invisible in our inventory, though, for some reason. It's something we can equip. -1 morale, but +1 physique.
Oh, negative. Oh, physique.
This door, I think, takes us up. Wait, what? What is this? Someone's torn down the wall. Oh shit! I didn't even know about this. $0.20 health thing. Hold grocery list on the table and checks. Okay, cool. I did not know about. I don't even think I saw this in my game.
Huh. Well, maybe your yellow investigation wasn't high enough.
I doubt it. I put a lot into perception. Although maybe when I was first exploring that area, I didn't have it high enough. Because perception is one of those skills I like to invest in a lot, regardless of the game.
Okay.
Good old tear. Cindy.
More tear!
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
So, here's another thing. I found out that this place has, you've heard of Displate, right? It's basically like metal posters for your wall that come with like magnet mounts.
Okay, I've never heard of that term.
It's the website that does it.
Okay.
Some places have been like last few years have been putting it up as like advertising on YouTube and stuff.
Okay.
So I've looked at their stuff. I've never bought one. I've been severely tempted. They have stuff for this, including character portraits. Like you could get Kim down here as a character portrait.
Oh.
They've also got concept art on there for it. Some keyframes, like some of the big art pieces in it.
Okay.
There's a lot of cool stuff on there. I was looking through it earlier today, and I'm just like, I could put Kim up on my wall. Kim's the coolest.
That's right. We evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
He says, studying the contents of Cindy's bucket.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Then you better hand it over.
Or what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
Oh, catch you later, Cindy.
Aw. Not gonna confront her on that. All right.
Well, all the other choices were already asked.
We didn't
Hello
though.
again, officers. Have you come?
Oh no,
to
they were all the
remain
same
on your
things.
own?
Okay. I thought it was like new dialogue choices or something. That's weird. Hmm. What do we have here? Boiler room. I have no idea what this is.
Is that the boiler?
100 tiny feet scurry beneath the grate. The rats of the city. No, it's blue. I don't know what a blue means.
Oh!
I've never seen a blue one because my intellect wasn't that high, so I have to assume it's like intelligence or something. Like in this,
Oh!
because I think I had this probably at close to 3, but I don't know what specific stat is letting us see that. My psyche was what was highest, with I think my motorics right behind.
Okay, so, blue it is!
What is blue? $5. And a
Woo!
pair of poor Lahome laborer jeans. +1
Ew.
electrochem, -1 reaction speed. Well, nothing else in here.
Except the green circles.
Green circles that we'll get to later.
Yeah.
I clicked on 1 or 2 earlier, but whatever, it's fine. Did it without thinking. Alright.
That's fine, we could always use the money.
225.
Woo!
Above the tarps flap in the wind, forgotten hammers and nails rust.
And we did pay in advance for tonight, correct?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think we did.
Awesome.
I mean, we can always double check, because that's all there is up here right now.
Wasn't there a path further up?
There was not. What, back on the other upper floor?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, then how do you get... Is there another set of stairs on the other side?
I believe there is. Yeah, because there's nowhere to click. It's just this balcony and then up these stairs, and that's it.
Okay, okay.
Alright, where is I think it's this door. But if we're looking for that smoker dude we talked to, I think he's I want to say that he's later in the afternoon. And right now it's noon.
Okay, will he be on this area?
The curtain shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. What's that?
Will he be on this area, or will he be on the other balcony?
Should be this area.
Oh.
Another blue.
Ooh.
75 cents.
Ooh. I am going to check what is blue outlines.
Really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around, taking in the cold spring air.
We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Sounds good. Tonight at 2100.
Tonight at 9 p.m. Right here. Apartment number 28. Good. Let's go.
Alright, gotta come back here in like 9 hours. 8.5, really.
Oh, blue is intelligence.
Well, yeah,
Oh, no,
I figured that.
Okay.
I figured that. It's not a specific stat then, huh? It's just the whole of it.
That's what I am getting from a quick scan.
All right.
Because it seems that white is also a special one too.
I thought white was one that like you can see is there, but not access. Like you don't have the stat high enough.
Oh.
Because I saw some other ones that I knew were yellow when I played through, but we couldn't do anything with them right away. Oh shit!
Pink,
What's this? Tear.
pink red is physical. FYS. And is that physical?
That would be PYS.
There was FYS.
I have no
Psyche.
idea. PYS, yeah, PYS. PSY would be Psyche.
PSY is psyche. PFYS is probably physical. MOT is motorics, and blue is INT.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like you'll see a purple up for your psyche.
Yeah, that one I knew.
Okay, I don't think we came across
You're
any
back.
purple
Good.
outlines.
What can I help you with?
We
Not
did
an
one.
umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you
Must
see.
have missed it. Or forgot it.
Likely the second one.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
Neither do I. Patchy, similarly wet cloak.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right?
Do you know anything about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So, do you know anything about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Do you know anything about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed.
Why?
I'm afraid this is a
How
discussion
he's
for
looking
once we've
into the
cleared the lynching
photo.
question.
Tied to the lynching.
Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help
Do
you with.
you know anything about the tattoos?
That's the man who was killed.
Fine. Let's return to it
Better
later.
not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this.
And she
I
says
hope
the
there is
same
something else I can
thing.
help you with.
Tell me about Wild Pines? You kept
What
me
we do.
over
I'm
that.
afraid I don't speak
So-
for Wild Pines as a
That
whole.
wasn't hinting at anything. I was
It's a
trying to read
giant
some other stuff.
undertaking.
Okay.
There was a touch of discomfort there.
Fair
She
enough.
reached the
Tell me
mirror.
something
She
else.
nods.
Thank you.
I think it's this one. I think it's 3.
Okay. Can you tell me
Everything.
about
Right up to, but not including.
what is
trade
your role in this
secrets.
precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh god, he's a man of virtue. Oh.
How are the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks to his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizazzo as every worker, a member of the board.
Yeah, that one does sound a little bit better.
Hello, phone calls.
You know, I can't hear that with my new headset.
Oh, that's
So,
nice. Hopefully the mic isn't picking it up. That'd be great.
yeah, what do they mean what exactly do they mean by it though? What's the demand?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That's pretty funny, I have to admit.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are we going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Call me tomorrow.
This checks out.
What do you think of Everett?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
He does kind of look like a slug.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Heh, that's Everett, alright.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there's two of him?
I believe we were told that earlier by good old Louis.
That's one of the options.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
So wait, how do you know the difference? Could they just swap places?
Maybe one has glasses?
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself? Outside the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. But they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you.
And your opinion, Detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate for the rights of the local working men.
Man, you... You're
Why do
going
you
down
think
that
so?
heavy communist end, Alright.
The good labor man can't fault them for little corruption.
Ha! A real man of the left. What else can I tell you about?
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Beaumont
Oof.
is short of stature, you see.
Oof.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
And I forget, is scab a racist term in this game?
I don't think it's racist, because it's just meaning the people that are coming in to replace them, like, to do the work instead of the Union.
Okay, the scabs at the gate. Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Yeah, it's derogatory, but it's definitely not racist.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
One more thing. Magic must defeat magic! Also, one more thing. You said something happened in these elections? Whatcha?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
Oh, by the way, I've talked to Everard.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Finally, time to choose sides.
I mean, that's not exactly choosing sides. He's a champion I've sworn fealty to. Bloated rainbow socialist.
I didn't. He made me sit in an uncomfortable chair. Number one?
Number one? Oh.
Yep.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually,
She answers her own question.
corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, worm-like corruption.
Oh, that's German.
Reaching into the bowels of the earth.
She looks at the ground and nods.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
How much do we pass that by?
Well, 2 technically, because if we match it, we win too.
Okay, I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
That's all for now, thank you.
Yeah. Did she give us that mission yet? Because there's supposed to be a mission here, and I can't remember if she gives it to you before you get your badge or not.
So, is Elysium just the German pronunciation, or is that some kind of, like, legend that I am unaware of?
I'm not 100% sure, but I've heard it's spelled differently here. I've seen the word worm as in WYRM in a reference to like draconic creatures, like kind of dragonish.
Okay, that's
But
where I was.
this is spelled differently. This is WU accented RM. So I don't know.
Looking it up now!
Yeah. Alright. Body processing. Don't care.
Well,
Explosive
it's a
passage.
town in Germany.
Oh, great. That helps.
It's a band, and that's and it is a top-selling French role-playing game. I really can't find anything else about that.
Smoke on the balcony. Who put the clothes in there? Who made the call reporting the crime? No, she never did give us the other. Okay, interesting. Alright, so.
Maybe we need particular stats for her to give us the mission?
Maybe. Could be. Could be that we just didn't pass a check or something. Ooh, blue. Signal blue naval coat. One suggestion, -1 half light.
Oh, and just a little side note that we figured out at the end of the last stream, my microphone was incorrectly positioned for the past 30 episodes, so if I sounded extra muffled, it was because apparently it was positioned wrong.
Good work, sir.
We should have tested it beforehand,
You
but
see a set of tire
Nope.
tracks in a brown
No,
slush.
okay, visual calculus. We didn't upgrade that. Okay. I'm trying to think. Oh, we could go back to Everett and let him know that we opened up that door.
okay. I'm so used to hearing like Everett, but not Everard.
Really, because that was the first time I've ever seen this name.
Yeah, so like I'll probably keep botching his name, even though it's spelled out in front of me for a few times maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever.
We could do
and the
this again.
unlocked drawer
Do we have anything to boast,
you.
Volition?
You know what? We might.
The drawer
Let's see
slides.
here. What do we have? Nothing's dropping it, so that's a good start. Suggestion.
Okay.
We do not.
Even if it's in the same family, will it boost it slightly or
Stands
not?
Steady as ever,
Nope.
And the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you.
Try it or not.
Try it.
Look how blurry all the lines
No.
on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing.
How can I
Missed it by
actually
2.
focus through not focusing?
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
If I let my eyes go completely out of focus, oh, the shapes start melting into each other.
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there?
No, of course not.
Good. This is probably not relevant to our case anyway.
Oh shit!
After all, we're not investigating a haunting mystery.
We can try again.
Sure.
Whatever's hidden
Hey!
here is hidden
Hey!
there. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Oh, look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
You know, for a minute there, I thought this was an item collection list that we needed to get. And then it was like, water Everart's plants. And I'm just like, nope. Because I thought we were going to have to track down a borscht from someone.
Never say no to the borscht. All right.
I don't think I ever had borscht.
I don't think so either. It sounds like a good thing. Like
I think it's
delicious.
like a beet stew.
I think you're right. I think it is.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of aims for Everard.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Taking another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note
Close
itself,
the drawer.
slides shut smoothly.
A giant ass print on the pillow and the pattern of coffee rings in the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio.
So-
Questions.
Will the weather always be rainy on day 2?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Did we level this up at all?
You're back before the cargo container.
No, I
Its
think it just
drawer
ignored
has
it.
not lessened since you were
It's
last here.
been in the
If
world
anything,
for
it
2
seems to have
days.
grown slightly.
And +1.
Which isn't doing shit for us.
And we don't have anything to boost rhetoric.
I don't believe we do, but let's double check. Rhetoric isn't being dropped, so that's a good start. That won't
Yeah.
work. That bum hat'll
Oh.
hurt. Logic. Suggestion, electro, concept. Nope. A lot of logic, not a lot of anything else.
Well, we have a white polo shirt or a medal of the setting sun will boost rhetoric.
Half-light. Leo! I saw your note.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter?
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
Borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Little guy chuckles merrily.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up. Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Okay, I'm off.
Alright. Everard. Come here, you slimy little freaking... I shouldn't even say little. You large slug.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I'm looking into your shady brew.
Yes.
Oh,
whoops.
that's very nice.
Ah,
I haven't
my bad.
gotten
We'll get
around
on the
to
next
making
one.
That's fine.
I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
Looks so much like a slug.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get that nasty body down from the tree. I'm not a jealous guy.
We can't talk to him about his borscht?
Oh, we can go back to that then.
Okay. I told Joyce that I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
Everard, Joyce seems to think the union is lowballing her.
Yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Will she need a giant mecha?
No, she just needs to get a stand.
What happened to our previous negotiator?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget!
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
This sounds very sexist.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny. Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
I'm looking into you, Shady Brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady Brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
Yeah, see, he has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Make it even shadier.
Yeah, see? I opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
There was a collection. Yeah, there was a collection of colonial mags there. I found a similar mug in the trash with a hangman's clothes.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
But this weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Say nothing.
Of course, Harry. Stoic silence. I like that. Very befitting a police officer. I'm not a real detective. You are.
I heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear if you know what. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor. Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
I think I heard enough.
Are you sure you don't want to take that first?
Oh, okay. I know that's probably a figure of speech, but hold on. You have a village elephant.
It probably is, but I still find this hilarious.
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village. But the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them. All hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Oh.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Next time on Disco Elysium. This took a little bit longer than I thought. We'll continue talking to Everard and then possibly do some other stuff.
Look at his slimy, sluggy eyes.